Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about Christmas stock and not necessarily whether you should or you shouldn't hold it back, but more just giving you a few hints and tips of what I've found in my experience holding stuff back for Christmas, both last year and of course I'm planning it well in advance this year for Christmas. I'm just going to give you a few little hints and tips that I've found over my very short experience within reselling of holding things back for Christmas. So, for one, the biggest one is space. You've got to think, what is the best use of my space? Is it maybe you want to grow your listings and you would like another shelving unit in here for that purpose? Therefore, another shelving unit in your room for that purpose, or do you think you're best using a bit more space for storing stock for Christmas or lean periods or rainy days or whatever you want? And for me, I probably could do with another shelving unit in here for listed stock, and I don't know, that might change. I may get a little one in the future, but for now I've got this workbench here, and all it is a piece of wood, and under it is 4 storage boxes full of Christmas stock. Now, because I've got a very limited space for Christmas stock, moving on to the next point is value. You want to make sure that every item that you hold back for Christmas really is going to be worth it for you. So it's going to be an investment that is worth it, worth the lack of space that obviously the item's going to take up, and worth the weight. So really you want to be holding things back for Christmas that are going to be double, triple the value at Christmas time compared to the price any other point in the year. So you want to basically say you're buying something for £1, and for example it's a friend seen it, because that's the best example I can think of. Any other point of the year, I've got one listed currently for £15. Any other point of the year you'll be lucky to get that, whereas at Christmas time the value sort of doubles. If you can get maybe 12 quid throughout the year, you might be able to get 24, 25. I know sealed you can get upwards of 40, 45 at Christmas time if you're lucky. So really, in that situation, you're gonna want to hold that item back. There's similar situations with many other items. I can't think at the moment. I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't think of one. But if the value is going to dramatically increase, is what I'm saying, then that's a good point in which to hold your items back, because your investment in the space and in the item is you're going to see a better return on that investment. And you've also got to think, what have I put into the item? What have I got invested in the item? To be honest, a lot of people will invest heavily in items specifically for Christmas, and that's fine if they've got the cash to tie up in those items. But if you've not got the cash to tie up in Christmas stock, then you want to hold things back that you've paid very little for, £1, £2, maybe £3, and therefore you may have 50 items that you've held back for Christmas, but you may have only paid £1 each, so you've only got £50 tied up in Christmas stock. So it's not going to affect your cash flow massively. Of course, that depends on your sort of level of which you do business, but for most people, £50 won't, really affect their cash flow. So you want to really find out what you want to be tying up, what money you want to be tying up in Christmas stock. And for me, I would like to tie up very little in Christmas stock, but still have good volume and good quality of Christmas stock. So obviously the way you go about that is going to the charity shops, going to the car boots, doing auctions, etc., and finding these fairly okay items for for cheap and obviously holding them back for Christmas if they are if the price, you know, skyrockets at Christmas. So that's another factor, value. You don't want to be tying up hundreds of pounds worth in stock if you can't really afford to do that. As I say, I know there are those who do that, and obviously that's their choice, and they may be able to do that because they've got a lot more capital to play with. And as my business grows, that's what I can see myself doing, holding back more and more for Christmas. And obviously that gives me a lot to list at Christmas and just really hammer it hard. The other thing I wanted to say is holding stuff back for Christmas that is Christmas related. That's quite an obvious one, and it can be quite a good thing to do because, of course, Christmas related products are going to go best, are going to sell best, are going to shift best at Christmas. So yeah, you want to find things that obviously are Christmas related, because that's going to help. That's going to help the sales at Christmas time. You're going to get those sales more easily. And obviously, again, following the other variables, if you're buying Christmas themed stuff to sell at Christmas, you want to maybe not have as much invested in them. You want to make sure that you're okay space wise. You want to make sure that they will go best at Christmas, which, to be honest, is quite an obvious one. Christmas things are 99.9% of the time going to go better at Christmas. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So just be wary of, if you are wanting to hold things back for Christmas, or if you're not, but you may be thinking about it, just be wary of certain variables like space, obviously amount invested in that stock, because of course it's going to be tied up. That money is going to be tied up for 6 months, 8 months. When, if you started buying things in January for Christmas, then that money is going to be tied up for 11 months or 10 months, so working out that you may list it in, say, October, so 9 or 10 months that money is going to be tied up. So these are all things to take into consideration. So if you are thinking of holding things back for Christmas, just sort of be wary of those variables. I hope this video has helped some people, with the whole Christmas stock situation. And if you don't hold things back for Christmas, then there are a big positives relating to that as well. Of course, space. You'll have a lot more space freed up. You won't have money invested in stock. And of course, I suppose the only negative of not holding things back for Christmas is you might not be able to command the price, because maybe you'll list it straight away, so then you might not be able to command that high price. Although saying that, you could put it on high and just relist it until it goes nearer Christmas. So yeah, but that's my take on it. As I say, I do hold things back for Christmas. I will continue to, as I don't know, I honestly don't know why I do it. It's just some sort of like squirrel hoarding his nuts sort of thing. But anyway, I don't know. But it's it's definitely something I enjoy doing, holding things back. And I've always liked sort of investments and stuff. So I like having my money invested in something rather than sat in the bank. So having it invested in stock, it just makes sense for me personally, for my sort of mindset, my sort of business plan. So yeah, anyway, see you soon, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. Give it a like if you would like to give it a like. And yeah, don't forget to comment below. I'd just finally like to say, I'm sorry that maybe the editing's not been great on some of the videos. I am working out how to use my editing software, my new editing software, and it's going a bit slow. Things aren't quite working on it and stuff, so I do need to do a bit more research into that. So the videos will improve. I will learn how to do the editing software better, but you're just gonna have to bear with me. And if some of the videos aren't quite up to standard, it's just because of that fact. But yeah, plenty more videos on the way, and I will see you very soon. Bye guys.
Ho ho ho!